All right, everybody, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I know some of you have written to me recently and have said that this past few months, maybe even 6 months, has been really tough in terms of the energy and vibration. Let's dive in today and talk about that a little bit more. The energy seems to be flowing better now. I don't know how many of you are having that experience, but I'd love to see it in the comments. I'd love to see that. And if you're interested, next week I am doing an Understanding Your Birth Chart class. So if you want to jump on, I dropped a link in the description box. Okay, let's see where we go. Navigating by the stars. Understanding your astrology birth chart right there. Fogged in. Go slow. Take your time. Take your time. Distant thunder. Clear the air. Some of you, this is like right on. Some of you have mentioned to me that they've had this like, right, deep breath, sense of anxiety or like not really sure where it's coming from. Like I don't know if it's over there somewhere, but as somebody also right here, who has suffered and suffers from anxiety, you're kind of scanning the universe trying to figure out what's going on, right? Like, what is this? What is happening here? Why am I all of a sudden flooded with this fear? What, can I pinpoint something in my experience that's going to support that? And for a lot of you, the answer has come up. No, there's not really that much going on right now. Knight of Cups underneath. Or can't really pinpoint, just a generalized sense. So let's take a look here. Strength, 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands, Hanged Man, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Sun, and the King of Cups. So sometimes, I don't know, I haven't done private readings in quite a long time, but whenever I'm sitting with somebody, I ask them, what do you see? So you don't have to know tarot. You don't have to know a damn thing about any of this practice. But what's visually showing up for you? And the reason I'm saying that to you is it seems so obvious that we're coming from a cave. We're coming from this darker place into the light. You cannot know this light without having that. You cannot. So some of you on the spiritual path, some of you in twin flame, why is this happening? Why is this so terrible? Why is this so negative? Why is this so awful? There is literally no way that you can experience fully the twin flame journey or the spiritual path without having some of these challenges. It's not you. You're not doing it wrong. You're not making mistakes. Okay. It is part of the deal. And that's why we say, if you jump, if you jump off the spiritual path, you might as well just stay on it, because to jump off of it will kind of send you through some of the lessons again, kind of trying to get your attention and get you back on the spiritual path. And no one wants that. Okay. So, especially since you're so close to the sun, we're that close, okay, to getting out of this strength area. 7 of Wands, Hanged Man, a feeling of weight, delay. Again, 9 of Wands, more of my old stuff getting churned up. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? What's the shifting point here? That this is the catalyst point. Now, in this deck, this is the mythic deck, and there's another person in this image that's basically saying to you, okay, door number 1 or door number 2, right? Are you going to keep what you have? This is so, right? Let's make a deal for those of you who have been around since then. You have 6 Pentacles here. Now she is offering an Ace of Pentacles and probably a goat, but like an Ace of Pentacles here, offering something new, and an Ace of Cups. Okay. And if there has been this, no, there's such resistance to love here, such resistance to going down that road of love. What's trying to come in is love. Okay. What's trying to come in is love and relationships. This is how we walk the spiritual path. People help us untangle all of the lessons in our life. They are the single most effective way to walk the spiritual path. And because people trigger you, people hold up mirrors to you, people are teachers, their lessons, their guides, their happiness, their joy, their sorrow, their misery, they're all of these things. And there has never been a more effective way to untangle our spiritual path than to be faced with our feelings of, see how churned up the water is? It's feelings, it's churned up. We've never been given as much opportunity as we are right now to understand why we're here. Why are you here? That's what the spiritual path is here to share with us, teach us, show us, support us in journeying of. And the spiritual path is about, you can do it easy or you can do it rough. It's really kind of up to you. If you keep ignoring lessons, they come up louder. And so there's some sort of finality here. I feel like there is a surrender to that concept. Like you might have been struggling with it for a long time. And recently it's just like, yep, bring it. Because you have won some battles. You do have something to fall back on in terms of self-confidence. Even if you think you don't. Even if you're like, so much stuff has happened. I don't know. I feel worn out. But the thing is, that's not where the energy of self-confidence comes from. It comes from the belly, fire in the belly. All right. Tired, exhaustion, overdoing, all of that stuff. It's like, what is that movie I'm seeing? I can't remember, but there was somebody who was like trying to get their way out of a locked room. Let's just say it's a locked room. And they're banging on the door and they're throwing themselves up against the door and they're doing all this stuff and they're doing all this stuff. Right. And then it's like, and the other person in the room is like, all that energy wasted on a door. That's what a lot of people do. They throw themselves up against this thing that they think is in the way, whether it's twin flame, whether it's an issue around abundance or other types of relationships or whatever they think is in the way. It's like a very much an otherizing. The problem is out there. Okay. And they throw themselves against the door to try and, get rid of it. I just want to get it. Instead of looking inside and being like, okay, what is this for me? What is this showing up for me? How can I navigate this? And that is what you're eventually doing by hitting this strength button here and then surrendering to it. It's almost like some of you are having a heart healing. Because look at this, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and the Sun. Ace of Cups right here. So do you want to keep going around and around in this struggle? Or are you going to surrender to it? And just be like, these are like merit badges of all the things you've done. But they're not worth this one single one. This one single one is like this is like $100 bill. And these are like fives or singles or something like that. Think of it that way. I mean, we're talking about worth. Let's just use the system that we know. Okay. So this could be $100 bill and these are like singles. Now, if you know that these are worth much less than this, I've already done these. I've got the lessons. I don't need to hang around and look at them and go back and go back and go back. I want to get to this next level. Well, this next level requires surrender. And it also requires you to know that the next level of challenges are going to be, say it with me, greater value. If you want to still hang around in these small potatoes kinds of things, that's when you get exhausted, because it's sort of like, throwing myself at the door to resist, I don't want to look at that. I'm going to throw myself at the door. That's what I think is going to be the action that's going to help me. But here's the thing. It's counterintuitive. Everything that you've learned in your life about the 3D is not what the 5D is about. Every single way you've learned to like go into your logic and think a thing, devise an answer, stuff like that. What if I told you the answer was to go paint? I'll wait. What if I told you the answer was to take Charlie to the beach? I'll wait. Because it doesn't make sense. But the one thing that's going to shift you into that is the release. Okay? The release of nothing I've done so far is working. So there's a different answer that's outside of my consciousness right now, and that's what she's offering. There's a different answer, and I just have to surrender to it. I don't have to throw myself against the door. I just need to surrender to it. Okay? So let's see what Spirit has to say about this. I am going to explore. I feel like there's a love relationship that is outside of this kind of struggle that wants to come in after so much struggling. So we're going to investigate that too. All right. The link is below if you want to continue on with me. If you're part of Pathfinders, let's keep going. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.